Fort Pierce City Marina on Southern Sun for the survey and seed trial. We're so excited to get started. This pretty Catalina 28 was struck by lightning over the summer while the owners were cruising in the Bahamas. The owners have been very honest and upfront with us about the damage the lightning did to the electronics, but we want to be sure that everything can be fixed or replaced prior to purchasing her. The lightning took out the chart plotter, VHF radio, depth finder, and a few other the electronics, as well as the alternator. Surprisingly, the stereo, cabin lights, and fans still work. You know, the important things. All kidding aside, we're prepared to follow through with the sale just as long as there is no structural damage or other repair that's going to break the bank. We hired Ed Rowe to do the survey, and he provided a wealth of knowledge to us. I'm really thankful we chose him. He was very thorough and taught us so much about the boat. Also provided several tips along the way. Mike and I are both fairly new to diesel engines. We learned some of the basics during our ASA sailing courses, but we found out quite a bit more during the survey. Mike was taking quite a few notes on his cell phone. Because of the lightning strike, the mast, spreaders, and shrouds need to be inspected, also known as the standing rigging. Ed mentioned he's not fond of heights, but has been up at least 1,500 masts in his career. And I know Mike is itching to get his own gear to go up the mast so he can do any needed repairs, and also install a lightning master, which will help protect the boat in case of another lightning strike. Part of the survey includes taking the boat out of the water to inspect the bottom. We motored Southern Sun over to be hauled out of the water. Mike took the helm and headed towards the boatyard. Unfortunately, the engine stalled just as we were about to go under a bridge. The current was quite strong, but at least it was pushing us away from the bridge. We dropped the anchor and eventually restarted the engine. We decided to continue to the boatyard, but the engine stalled again on the other side of the bridge. At this time, we didn't want to take the chance of it stalling again, especially under a bridge, and called for a tow. A Boat US membership is a must-have for any mariner. We are definitely signing up. The owner's membership included unlimited tows, so there was no cost to him. We were safely towed back to the dock, but really disappointed that we were not going to be taking possession of the boat today. Ed worked with us to troubleshoot the problem. He suspected it might be clogged fuel filters. When we looked at the Raycor filter, there was some slimy stuff inside. So we took it to the marine store to get a new Raycor, and they told it was microbial growth. They also said we should empty the fuel tank, add clean fuel, then add a biocide to kill the bacteria that had grown in the diesel fuel. And we should also add it every time we get fuel to prevent growth.
You ready to go on a garbage bag? It's gonna make a wicked mess.
You gotta pull it this way.
Yeah, no, I was thinking if we want to put a garbage
No, that's
bag.
right. No, I mean, you gotta go the other way.
Yeah, you're tightening it now.
Yeah.
You want to
You
loosen
wanna go the other way.
So you got, yeah.
Sounds clockwise. Looking at it from the top. Yep, okay. Is this gonna make a big mess, Ed? Do I want a garbage bag under here or something?
Well, there's gonna be a little bit of fuel.
But not a lot?
No.
Alright. Get my reputation.
With all that's happened today, we'll have to reschedule the haul out and sea trial. But the holidays are just around the corner and the owners are going out of the country for a couple of weeks, and the surveyor is booked until January 3rd. So for now, we'll have to wait. It's 3 weeks later, and we're back at the Fort Pierce Marina for the haul out and sea trial. The forecast is calling for winds up to 23 knots per hour later today, so we're not feeling too confident that the sea trial will actually happen. This was the most exciting part of the survey for me. I'm in awe every time I see a boat hauled out of the water, and now it's potentially our boat being hauled out.
Bottom paint anyway.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
see the
like
red? Red is bottom paint and white underneath is barrier.
Okay.
So it needs a bottom job.
Yeah, we kind of assumed that.
So the white's
Yeah.
not showing, though.
It is here. See a little bit?
Okay, yeah.
I mean, not horrible.
Right. So
And
it'll need
you-
the red and the blue.
I wouldn't do red. I would just do blue. Well, it's up to you.
Yeah.
But
So
I would
how
just
is
like
that?
it because
Bit of crud on it, huh?
you want it to
Not
go
bad.
off. You don't want it to get too thick. That's your kitchen sink.
The surveyor measured the depth of the keel and the draft. That's from the water line to the bottom of the keel. This is great information to have so that we get an accurate depth sounding and hopefully avoid running aground. We'll need to do some bottom painting as the paint is wearing away. A good bottom paint will allow her to be more streamlined in the water, protect it, and deter some barnacle growth. I'm really looking forward to the day we have her in a boatyard and we can paint the bottom ourselves. Years ago, I said my dream job was to paint boats, and soon I'll get to paint my own.
I prefer not sanded, but I have to.
You have to sand it
Okay.
to get the paint
I mean,
off.
get the paint.
Yeah. And you can choose a different grit. You know, you can use 80 grit instead of 60. But the paint won't bond if it's not sanded. And a lot of boat yards will take the pressure cleaner, pressure clean the bottom, and then they'll paint it. But see,
We got the thumbs up after checking out the bottom of the hull. We saw no lightning damage or any other red flags, so we put her back in the water, but by now the winds were kicking up and we decided to forego the sea trial. We had not yet seen the mainsail, so we put the bow into the wind and hoisted the sail. It's the original sail, but still in really good shape. We were pleasantly pleased. We headed back to the dock before the weather got bad and told the owners we'd be writing the check today. It all seemed a bit surreal, but now she is ours, and we are fulfilling our dream of owning our very own yacht.